Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Legovi Fauzia. I am from Law Department Class B. Now I will read the text from Unit 8 about Kartosuwiryo's charisma. Weber, 1967-18, argued that the charismatic leader has emerged in the two figures of the magician and the prophet on the one hand, and in the elected warlord, the gang leader, on the other. According to Weber, power is legitimized by reference to custom and tradition, or to the charismatic claims of a personal leader, or to the legal rational procedures of political administration. This notion is often regarded as Weber's most important contribution to political sociology. Weber made a distinction between power in general and the more specific notion of domination. There are two sources of domination. The first arises from monopolistic control of economic resources in the marketplace. Economic domination does not require normative complaints and gives rise to what Marx referred to as the dual compulsion of economic arrangement. The second source of domination arises from the monopolistic control over administrative office, and, in Weber's view, this ownership of the means of administration requires legitimating and complaints. Unlike power as such, administrative domination depends on obedience to commands. It is sociology of command that produce the threefold distinction between traditional, charismatic, and rational modes of legitimating. In defining these three bases, Weber remained fairly close to his ideas on individual action, but he rapidly moved to the large-scale structure of authority. Authority legitimized on rational grounds rests on a belief in the legality of enacted rules and the right of those elected to authority under such rules to issue commands. Weber, 1968-25. Authority legitimized on traditional grounds is based on an established belief in the sanctity of immemorial tradition and the legitimacy of those exercising authority under them. Weber, 1968-2050. And finally, authority legitimized by charisma rests on the devotion of followers to the exceptional sanctity, heroism, or exemplary character of leaders, as well as on the normative order sanctioned by them. All these modes of legitimizing authority clearly imply individual actors, through process, beliefs, and actions. Kartosuwiryo's charismatic behavior and his uncompromising advocacy of Islamic ideals seem to have fitted comfortably with the peasants' age-old messianic hopes such as those evoked by the Joyoboyo prophecies. Dam, 1971-42. One of his close followers reported that Kartosuwiryo had propagated the belief that he had received an order from God to become the Imam of the world caliphate. Pinardi, 1964-41. Indeed, from the time of the establishment of the Sufah until execution, he was always addressed by his followers as Imam rather than Kiai. Imam refers to both the head of an Islamic state and the prior leader of a mosque. By contrast, Kiai and Ulama refer to religious preachers and teachers. See Pinardi, 1964-41. The term of Imam, as addressed by the followers of Kartosuwiryo on him, derived from the Holy Quran, as expressed in many verses, which among them says, "And those who pray Our Lord grant unto us wives and offspring who will be the comfort of our eyes, and give us the grace to lead the righteous Imam. Al-Furqan 25:74. Source: Tajul Arifin, The Islamic Movement in West Java, 1948-62, A Political Sociology Analysis, Al-Shariah, 2001. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.